Is Bigfire the best fire of Universal Orlando?
Princess of Bear here today. We are in Universal CityWalk because it's time to go to
Bigfire.
The place where the fires are in fact big because they're the number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to try the fire so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. She's not going to roast me tonight.
It's time to foodie and chill. Our server was very enthusiastic and sweet about making sure that everything was vegan. So while I was reconfirming the bread to be vegan, because I ask every single time, they did change the bread a bit. He did say it was vegan, but he also made it vegan. So usually there's like a butter that Bear goes into, and I just do the jam. This time, I'm just eating the bread. And Bear can review the jam for you, because I'm not really a jelly or a jam person anyway. But they put this on their little grill, and they make it a nice little char. This bread is toasted perfectly. And there is nothing better than a well-toasted bread. I enjoy this bread very, very much. It's the same bread that I got on my avocado toast when we came here for brunch. I love it. I would give it a 4 out of 5 breads. It gives very good bread.
Good old sourdough. A nice big pull-apart style. I am not a butter connoisseur, so I will not miss the butter. But as an honorary Georgia peach, I will take peach jam on basically anything. If you put peach flavoring in a drink, you put it on food and a barbecue sauce, basically on anything, personally, I'm gonna eat it. It's given like a peach marmalade where it's like that sharp end to it, and I like that. It's very easy like a peach jam to go way too sweet. This has got like those maintain those tart flavors without going to like the candy region. It almost feels like dessert over bread. But it's one situation where I'm not mad at it. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
So the Brussels sprouts are something that Bear and I always try to get as often as possible, everywhere, or at all the places, all at once. I butchered the name of the movie, but you know what I meant. These are modified Brussels sprouts, and interestingly enough, they have shishito peppers in them. Now those peppers can also be ordered as an individual side. I just really wanted Brussels sprouts, so, I mean, you can do like an asparagus side, but I wanted Brussels sprouts. Wow. The way that they charred these Brussels sprouts are unlike any other theme park Brussels sprout that I have had. Le Cellier, step aside. This is the new best Brussels sprout in the theme parks. This is freaking incredible. I'm going to die. I'm so mad that I need to share even a morsel of this delicious dish. It is a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess's item. I want more.
My rule of thumb is I enjoy any vegetable that looks like a tree or a bush. The Brussels sprouts fall very much into that category. I will eat them all. I am a bushman. Get your minds out of the gutter. I am talking about food. Going all in. Look at the color on that, the char. Ooh-wee. And all I'm getting from the plate, just wafts of like the grill smoke. They take the name here, Bigfire, very seriously. I mean, just look at the kitchen when you walk in. It's still Black History Month, so I would normally say that the chef is invited to the cookout. However, because Black History Month, we're not giving any more invites. He can, however, get a plate with foil, maybe 2. That is excellent. I love the flavor profile the shishito peppers give to it. Sort of like holds in the smoky flavor. It's not giving it like any spice, but that is excellent. It's like a Brussels sprout megazord, if you will. That 4.75 out of 5 claws.
About 8 months ago, we came here with Shelby, Universal Orlando vegans, and tried the chunk steak, and it had one of those green chimichurris on there. And then, like, I want to say maybe 2-3 months after that, Shelby messaged us and was like, hey, they changed the menu. It's red chimichurri now. And I was like, I don't think we're coming back anytime soon for that. But we will when we get to it. We got to it here. This is kind of like a random day where it happened. So we get the red chimichurri chunk steak. From what I remember of the past, there was only like 3 or 4 marbled potatoes, so I got extra marbled potatoes on the side, and I instantly regret that decision, but I will eat those at home. For now, I'm just going to get into this chunk. Ooh. I guess I'm just taking shreds here now. Woo! Big piece. I think part of my complaint in the past was that it was salty, but like this one is more like on the citrusy side. And I don't know if that's because of the chimichurri or not, but it is delicious. So I will appreciate it. I give it a 4 out of 5 chunks.
Every time we have a chunk steak here at Universal, they get more gorgeous. We've been kind of worried because we've seen like chunk disappear from a lot of the menus at the hotels where we used to get it. It disappeared from Amatista. It disappeared from Islands Dining, which are some of our favorites. So the fact that we can still get it here at Bigfire and then Antojito still has it, that is fantastic. And I think also Tucson got rid of it as well. Hurting my heart. So we are advocates for the chunk, the color, the taste, the flavor. And to us, it's like an American juicy marble. And we're not mad at that because look at the color. Look at the char. Most of all about the chunk, what I love is its versatility. Each restaurant we've seen it at has been able to easily blend the chunk into their own menus or give their own style. Here with Bigfire, the smoky flavors, completely imbued. When it was at Islands Dining, they had like a tropical island style of it. At Tucson, they were able to make it their tooth and blue sandwich, which works. It's tacos and antojitos. And I love the way that it's cooked here. I think it's much better than it was before. It was just like super salty. That chimichurri goes excellent with the steak. You're getting this whole plate of potatoes and asparagus. It looks absolutely gorgeous. We haven't convinced you to come try this now. I need to know what else we can do to convince you to try this plant-based steak. And chunk, have your people call my people. I'll show a little bit. And when I say have your people call my people, I mean we have a business email. Hit us up. I'm not even slightly ashamed of that because I believe that much on how good this steak is. I give that 4.75 out of 5 claws.
I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of the potato side action since I got so many. Just dig in on this. I did bring pocket parm, but I'm not going to use it this time. They're just so soft and they feel like butter. They are heavy on the garlic, which I love. If you are a vampire, you definitely should stay away from these potatoes. But if you're not a vampire, you should probably double down on these potatoes because they are melt in your mouth delicious. And they don't require butter. They're so melty. I would take some earth balance though, but I don't need it. I would give these a 4.75 out of 5.
I feel sometimes that getting steak at a place is too easy. Steak is a known quantity. You're either going to be good at steak or going to be bad at steak. I like ordering other things from the grill because honestly, steak, not one of my favorites. I was going to go for one of their things of chicken, but I've also had a pork chop here before that I absolutely loved and have sung praises about since we first got it. That pork chop is no longer on the menu, but they have this new pork chop, which is a barbecued grilled pork chop in a nice smoky flavor, a 12-ounce bone-in pork chop with a cherry glazed barbecue sauce on top. And then you have some honey glazed carrot puree, some ridiculous onion, and then it's on a graveyard of green bean almondine. So just green beans with almonds on the bottom. I don't care about the green beans, but I do in fact care about this pork chop. So I'm going to cut into this bad boy as best I can, given the angle. It looks beautiful, like the glaze on it. It's a huge piece, but we commit to our mistakes. I find it to be a little on the salty side, but honestly, with the sweetness of the barbecue sauce, it's a black cherry barbecue sauce that kind of works. You're getting like a salty, sweet kind of deal. It's cooked perfectly. The cutting it is mainly just me and my hand still being kind of injured, but that is a tasty, tasty pork chop. Not as good as one I had previously, but still really good. Pork chop on its own, I'm giving a 4 out of 5 claws. But I really want to try it with some of this honey glazed carrot puree. Not the green beans, nobody cares about you. There you go. It may be the consistency of carrot baby food, but that just works. The sweetness of that combined with the salty and the slightly sweet of the black cherry barbecue sauce, that is a treat. Still not to the heights of the previous pork chop, but still an excellent showing. I'll give that entire thing 4.25 out of 5 claws. Worthy from the grill. They earned their name. It's Bigfire. I feel like there's an entire craft cocktail section of this menu, and I somehow always seem to gravitate towards some favorites. Maybe it's a little biases built into my life, but I always seem to go for the Florida sour. It calls to me, and it's rum and not like a whiskey sour. So interesting. Something about that feels very Floridian. We're very sweet, and that fake sort of southern nice, but we're very tart people. It will rub you the wrong way. This drink represents all of that. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Another amazing meal at Bigfire.
I didn't want to finish my chunk so that I had some to take home, but as I continued to eat into the red chimichurri, it had like a pickling taste to it that just made me more addicted to my chunk. So I ended up finishing my chunk, and then I had like excessive potatoes. So I just took all the potatoes home so that I could either zhuzh them up or eat them for lunch at work. And I think that's still pretty satisfying. I regret getting extra potatoes, having seen my plate of copious potatoes, but I got no complaints on the food flavors.
No.
Yeah.
They're still very much on theme in their brand with being like this, coal fire grill restaurant. You can watch them cook in the window at the bottom, right when you come in the door. It's an excellent restaurant. The service has always been really good.
On point.
I know that it's obviously one of the more expensive restaurants here at CityWalk, but I would say that I rarely leave something I didn't get what I paid for, which is a key.
That's true. Like cowfish, for example.
Always so ripped off. Every time. Every time. But we don't know what you guys think, being this central restaurant here and seeing that, the
Country House 10 or
There's
something?
a new restaurant announced coming here to CityWalk. We're excited for new food at the very least. We know how excited you guys are about both Bigfire and the new additions to CityWalk coming up. So as always, if there's anything else you can see us do, comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
be sure to comment and tell us where you think this new building is going to be, because Bear and I think it's going to be the Epic Preview Center and the karaoke location. But outside of that, we have new videos 5 days a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And again, if you don't comment what I just asked, Bear is going to yeet himself into the Epic Universe Center screen and break the whole thing, and then you're never going to see that sign again because Bear will have Godzilla destroyed it.
What did I do? Charred the girl.